friends, welcome to Stories, Songs, and Stretches with me, Miss Katie. Today we're going to have fun moving our bodies into the shapes of some different animals that live in the ocean. Come and play along.
Now's the time for stories, now's the time for songs, now's the time for stretches, come and play along.
How are you today, friends? You know, that's a question we ask each other all the time, but we don't always notice how we are when we answer, so let's try that now. Sit tall, somewhere that you can be comfortable on the floor or in a chair, and if it feels okay to you, go ahead and let your eyes close. Let's actually notice how we feel in our bodies today. So notice, what do you feel in your head, and in your chest, and in your belly? How does your mind feel today? Are there any thoughts running around in there? How do you feel in your heart? What feelings are you feeling right now? Now let's all enjoy a nice deep breath in and out through our nose. If your eyes have been closed, you can open them. However you are today, I'm so glad that you're here for Stories, Songs, and Stretches. Now let's wake up our bodies by moving our happy spines. Our spines can move in 4 different ways. We can bend them, fold them, tilt them, and twist them. And when we move them in all 4 of those ways every day, it helps them to stay happy and healthy. Today, we're going to move our happy spines around from standing. So first, we'll stand up nice and tall, both feet on the ground, toes facing forward. Find your hands, reach back around and place them on your low back. And now lift your chest and your face up towards the sky. Feel a nice breath in and out here. Come back through the middle, bend your knees as much as you need to, and fold forward. We'll come down and see where our hands can land. Feel a breath in and out here from your fold, and roll back up. To tilt our spines, we'll bring our hands up alongside our ears, grab a hold of your hands, tilt over one way, come back through the middle, and tilt over the other way, back up through the middle. Now, let your arms come out to a T, step those feet nice and wide, and we'll twist our spines around side to side. Now come back to standing and notice how you feel. Moving our spines in these 4 ways keeps them happy and healthy. So let's put it all together. Move along with me, and when you know the words, sing along with me too.
Happy spines move 4 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. Bend and fold, tilt and twist. Those are the 4 ways.
Now we're going to move our bodies into some different animal shapes. And to help us, we're going to read this book, 1, 2, 3 Sea Creatures, illustrated by Toko Hosoya and published by our friends at Flower Pot Press. 1. Whale tail. How can we make a whale shape with our bodies? Let's come on down to our bellies. Kick your feet up. Wrap your arms back around and see if you can find your feet. Are they back there? I got mine. Can you find your feet? Now maybe we can even lift our bodies up off of the ground. 2 walrus tusks. For our walrus shape, we can bring our elbows and our arms down onto the ground and just lift up our chests and look straight ahead. Do you feel all 10 toes back there behind you pressing down into the ground? Let's see what comes next. 3 donuts. Donuts? Have you ever seen donuts in the water? This animal is called a marlin and it has a big fin on its back. So to make that shape, we'll come back down onto our bellies again. Can you reach back around behind you and put your hands together to make a fin? Maybe lift your chest up off the ground and kind of swim around a little from side to side. 4 stripes. Stretch your arms out in front of you while you're still on your belly to make a fish shape. We can lift our left leg and our right arm at the same time and bring them both down. Now lift your left arm and your right leg at the same time and bring them back down. Let's try that again, going faster. How fast can you make your fishy swim? 5 starfish raise. To make our starfish, let's come up to standing. Take those feet nice and wide. Arms out to a T. All right, one arm is gonna reach down for the opposite foot. Here we go. Come back up through the middle. Now let your other hand reach down for the opposite foot. And come back up to the middle again. 6 rings. To make our ring shape, we can put our hands on our hips and let our hips move around in a ring, going one way and then the other. Next, we have 7 jellyfish tendrils. We'll let our bodies get really floppy like a jellyfish, fold over, and let your arms be really floppy. What would it be like to feel your arms being moved around in the ocean like a jellyfish? We have octopus legs coming up next, 8 of them. For our octopus shape, we're gonna move back down to sitting. So come down to a seat, stretch those legs nice and wide, bring your arms out to a T again, and we're gonna let our arms stretch out to one side, touch our toes, flop our arm over, come back up through the middle, stretch over to the other side, touch your toes, stretch that other arm over, moving back and forth, side to side like an octopus. Next, we have 9 flowers. Do flowers grow in the ocean? A flower shape is a balancing shape, and we can make it with our bodies by bringing our feet together. Take your hands and wrap them under your legs to hold on to your ankles and lean back, pick up your feet. You may only be able to balance for a quick second. That's okay, give it a try and see what your body can do. And finally, we have 10 shrimp toes. So we'll bring one leg into the middle, stretch the other leg nice and long, and reach forward for our shrimp toes. Come back up through the middle and we'll switch sides. So bend the other leg in, stretch the other one long, and then tilt forward to touch those shrimp toes. And come back up through the middle. Now on this last page, I see lots and lots of different animals that live in the ocean. How many can you remember? Grown-ups, this might be a great time to press pause and let the kids in the room take the lead. Can they show you how to make these different animal shapes with their bodies? How does your body feel after moving in all of those different shapes? Can you feel your heartbeat? Let's take a couple of ocean breaths and see if that changes how our bodies feel at all. To make an ocean breath, we'll breathe in through our nose, and when we breathe out, we'll make a sound. You can think of what it might sound like to fog up a mirror. Let's try that together. Breathing in and out. It kind of sounds like the sound of ocean waves crashing on the shore. Let's try it again, and this time we'll keep our mouths closed even as we make that ha sound. So it'll be like this. One more. Come back to breathing normally and just notice how you feel. Today I brought with me a few beautiful surprises from the ocean that we can use to practice mindfulness together. Mindfulness is when we pay attention to one thing on purpose in the present moment. And today we're going to use these seashells, noticing what they look like, what they feel like to be in the present moment. If you have real seashells at home or at school that you want to use to do this, great. Go ahead and pause this and get them, and you can start back up. If not, you can just look at mine. So let's just take a very close look at our seashells and notice all of the different colors that we might see. Let's notice all of the different shapes that we might see. The lines and the curves. You might find that you really want to talk about your seashell, and that's totally normal. Just feel what it feels like in your body to want to share something, and instead stay focused just on noticing what you notice. What does the seashell feel like in your hand? Can you hear anything if you lift it up to your ear? Take a minute, if you want to, and talk with your grown-up about what you saw, what you noticed, and what you felt as you were exploring your shell. To close our story, songs, and stretches today, we'll lay down and take a couple of minutes of rest. So just find a way that you can be comfortable. If you're at a desk in a classroom, you can just fold over and rest your head on your desk, or you can find a place to lie down on the ground. If you're at home, you can even snuggle up with your grown-up. But we're just gonna let our brains and our bodies relax and be comfortable for a couple of moments. There's nothing you have to do right now and nowhere you have to go. Just feel your body breathe. Enjoy being able to relax and do nothing for just a couple of moments. You might find that your body really wants to wiggle, or that your brain really wants to talk. That's so normal. We're just going to try to notice that feeling and let ourselves rest.
We say namaste.
Thanks so much for joining me for stories, songs, and stretches today, friends. I hope you're able to take some of this calm out with you into the rest of your day. To close, we'll say the word namaste, which just means that the light in me sees and appreciates the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste to you. Our yoga time is through. You shine bright in all you do. Namaste to you.